You know, on this show, you have to be careful what you ask for. I said we're talking about food, right? I felt hungry. Well, I want to let you know, Liebman's Kosher Delicatessen has been a New York City institution and a Bronx landmark. The delicatessen started as one of over 100 kosher delis in the Bronx in 1953. However, over the years, they appear to be one of the last ones standing. The question is, how's the restaurant continued to adapt to its customers? And here now to share more information, we've got the owner of Liebman's Kosher Delicatessen, Yuval Dekel. And Yuval, thank you for being with us.
My pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
So, you know, been around since 1953. It is kind of crazy because I said it off camera, like I've never been. So, you know, I feel like almost like I should be ashamed of myself doing this for like almost 30 years and still never been.
Oh, we'll forgive you.
Okay.
And yeah, you're more than welcome to come by and check us out. And like I was saying to you before, any opportunity to showcase what we do to somebody new is a great opportunity. So we'd love to do that. And obviously we have a long history, so we have a lot of customers who have been coming to us for all these years. And they expect a certain, you know, food and atmosphere and experience. So when somebody new comes by, it's like awesome to know that we're finally still being discovered after all these years, you know.
Well, I'm not just saying for the sake of TV. Count me in. So yeah. I'll be through. So. All
right.
So give me a little bit about the history.
So yeah, we've been in the Riverdale section of the Bronx 70 years now. Yeah, at a time where delis were on pretty much every other corner in every neighborhood, we've managed to survive all these decades, and we're the last one standing. And we're still serving the same food we've always been doing. We're kind of stubborn in that way, but I think that's what makes us makes people appreciate us, just because you know time keeps moving on, but it stays still at the deli. And we're happy to maintain the traditions that we've established over the years.
So for yourself, recipes, you have your very own, right? You got some things to do?
Yeah, well, you know, we try to make as much of what we sell in-house. So there are all sorts of delicatessen favorites that we make daily. Anything from matzo ball soup to our lovely pastrami, which we have here. And then, you know, the list is long, just all the Jewish deli classics.
Yeah. And for yourself, you know, you have in-person dining, and then also you have takeaways. So what's it been like for you in this COVID environment?
Well, it was very challenging for sure. During COVID, obviously, we focused on takeout and delivery. What kind of really helped us out was a few years back, I introduced nationwide shipping through a website called Goldbelly, and that helped us out tremendously during COVID. And then, you know, as things sort of became a little more normal, obviously we started opening up the dining room, and we're seeing a bit of an uptick in people coming into the deli. And obviously at a time we also had a outdoor dining structure. So, you know, we adapted to all the challenges that COVID made restaurants face, whether, you know, you were liking it or not.
Yeah.
So it was a challenging time, and it's a testament to Liebman's and the history, and that we're still here after even after COVID. And it's nice to know that even something like that can, you know, challenge us, but, you know, we could persevere.
Well, I mean, let's face it, when you say something like that, right, I survived a pandemic, and many businesses didn't have the opportunity to survive a pandemic. And being the most long-standing business that's out there right now, right, you know, you're making stuff, so I got to ask the question, what's the secret sauce?
The secret sauce of my actual food, or just in business?
Let's talk longevity.
The longevity? Oh, I mean, I guess I touched on it already. It's the fact that we don't change. I mean, people come in, they expect something. You know, you come in, you want like a big pastrami sandwich. You know, there's all sorts of challenges we've faced over the years, food costs and all that, and there's decisions that, as an owner, I make, right? Do we make the sandwich smaller? Do we lower, you know, to keep the price the same? Or do we just have a look at food costs and everything surrounding costs and just say, hey, look, we have a particular product that we serve, people expect it, and we have to maybe charge accordingly. And it's a tough decision to make, but we'd rather charge accordingly and keep the food the same and not cut corners in that regard. I think that's what kind of people respect about Liebman's. That's certainly a part of why we've survived all these years. Obviously, again, adapting to COVID, adapting to the times. We're very accessible. We have a great website that people can order from. They can, read about the deli. They can see pictures, about me and the history of the place. And so, at a time where some businesses may not adjust to, technology, we've done that, but at the same time managed to still be really old school and traditional. When you go in a deli, you're like, okay, this is pretty old school here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. But you know what? It's a mystery to me as well. I just kind of put my head down and do my job and try to maintain, the tradition.
For yourself, being in business so long, talk to me challenges in the area, right? You're in the Riverdale area. Have you had any potential challenges in your area?
Well, I mean, most notably, I guess, recently was our outdoor dining structure. We had some construction that was being done on our street. And we were notified, 10 days prior,
right.
Hey, you've got to remove your dining structure. And there wasn't any particular funding for rebuilding it available to us. And we'd spent, quite a bit of money on that. So that was a bit of a challenge. But in terms of like local challenges, I mean, look, we're pretty blessed to be in the Bronx and to be in Riverdale, and we got great customers who frequent the store, and we have people who are transients. They're coming off the Sawmill Parkway, they're heading to the city or heading up to Westchester or Connecticut, and they're stopping by. So we've been blessed with this like geographical location that has helped us tremendously, and really like a great landlord and just all sorts of things that have helped us, succeed over these years.
Right. So you have, you talked about menu, right? And I think I always want to ask a question about that because, you have a menu. When do you know that it's time to make change? When do you know, or do you just like, hey, we've been just doing so well with this, how do you make those menu adjustments?
Well, not too many menu adjustments, honestly. Just little tweaks, minor tweaks to recipes. It's a constant evolution of just figuring out, how to make something just a little better, but no overhaul by any means. I always look for new products that we could sell, whether it's like recently we found this great matzah chip company, and obviously Passover being around the corner, it's on people's minds, right? We eat matzah during Passover, and so there's this great company out of Brooklyn called the Matzah Project, and we have it displayed in the store. And I have also like a new dessert that we recently found, halva, which is like a sesame tahini dessert. And so I'm sort of trying to find different products to showcase at the store. Oh, a little while ago we had a hot sauce from the Bronx. I'm forgetting the name. What is it called? Man, I wish I remembered. But we're always having like a little bit of changes in that regard. But as far as the core food that we make in-house, just minor tweaks here and there.
Right. And we talk about Passover, right? Passover's around the corner. And so for yourself, what's that like? And what do you have on the Passover menu?
So Passover, the lead up to the holiday is busy. It's one of our busiest time of the year. We do a lot of packages that people take home to eat for their Seder meals. And it's a great time of year for us. It's always something we look forward to. But then once the holiday begins, we close. And maybe that's the part I'm looking forward to the most. But because we don't close very much during the year. But for Passover, it's a nice 8-day chunk that we're, away from the store. Well, not really. We're minor renovations, painting, all sorts of stuff happens during that time. But for the most part, we're closed. So, yeah, Passover a couple weeks away.
Yeah. So we got some stuff on the table. I want to get
Sure.
to the table. Talk to me about the table a little bit.
Yeah, we got like the core items of what makes a deli here. So, we got our lovely pastrami that we make in-house. We have our rye bread. We have some mustard, which is our classic condiment that you know you gotta have with your pastrami. And then we have here 2 varieties of classic kosher deli salt brine pickles, which are actually sourced from a local pickling facility in the Bronx. And we are proud to be the only business that they deliver to directly. So when I heard that a few years ago, I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, because they're a big place and they have a lot of customers. So it's nice that they remember, you know, the last and, you know, the local Bronx deli. But yeah, this is the half sour pickle. And these are typically brined in a day or 2, depending on the season. In the summer, it's just about a day. In the winter, maybe 4 or 5 days. And then these are the full sour pickles, which are, you know, very salty. They're both very crunchy and firm, but this can take months to cure.
Really?
Yeah. So, but both like very much a part of enjoying, you know, this hearty meal, which you kind of need. You need that salty acidity to kind of cut through this pastrami, which is, you know, it's rich and it's heavy, and we pile it on rye pretty high here. So, and then obviously some mustard to cut through as well. And yeah, all you know, locally sourced bread, rye bread, and mustard as well. And then this stuff is made in-house here. The pastrami we make in-house. It's about a 1-week cure. And then we slap on this pastrami rub, which we make in-house as well. And then it's baked in an oven. And then after that, we steam it for a few hours. It's a whole long process. It's a labor of love for sure.
Yeah. 21 years of running the business. Before we go, what's the best part about it?
Best part are, I would just say, the people. I mean, from my staff to people coming in. You know, it's a constant like flow of different people from all walks of life. It keeps it exciting. You know, people come back. We you know, we see their kids grow. We see, you know, and it's just it's great to just be a part of the community, part of the Bronx, part of New York City, and to provide a bit of history, you know, on a daily basis.
Yeah. Hey, Yuval, as you're having success, any possibility of expansion?
There has been some plans. So we're looking to go just a little bit north of the Bronx, over in Westchester. We secured a location, but it's still like pretty, very preliminary.
Okay.
But after 70 years of, you know, slinging pastrami in the Bronx, we're finally going to be, yeah, doing a second location. So we're looking forward to that. I'd say later this year in like the fall. But there'll be some more information to follow for sure. I'm very excited about that.
Yuval, thank you so much for being with us, and congratulations on Liebman's, a Bronx staple, and certainly we'll be out again.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
All righty. Well, listen, if you want more information, visit the website at liebmansdeli.com.